Hello, my wonderful friend. Let's talk about how to get a woman to think about you non-stop. I have 3 proven ways today that I think are going to blow your mind. What I share with you today is based on science, which, if you are so tired of playing games and still not getting the girl, then you are going to be totally relieved and empowered from what you learned today. Before we get started, if this is your first time watching, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell. My name is Melannie. I'm a Christian dating coach for men, and I literally help guys all day, every day know how to get the girl of your dreams. So you're gonna wanna make sure you subscribe and ring that bell. Now, I recently did this video on how to make a woman think about you all the time, and you guys loved it. I also did this video on the same topic, and again, you guys loved it so much that I knew I had to do another one for you. So, how do you get a woman to notice you and to think about you all the time, and ultimately get a girlfriend? Because that's obviously the desired end result, right? Quick story to help illustrate this. I know this guy, and he's totally awesome. And when he was in his sophomore year of college, he saw this beautiful woman. She was so gorgeous, and he started crushing on her hardcore. But in his own words, she was always surrounded by like 15 guys. And he started asking himself, how in the world, how can I stand out? How in the world am I going to get her to agree to a date with me when she can have a date every day of the week? Have you ever felt that way too? So he started thinking about it, and he came up with a plan. And his plan was genius. He decided, well, I just have to offer her more value than anybody else. And then it's pretty obvious who she's going to go out with. Now, this is not monetary value, although there's nothing wrong with monetary value. But what he did is he made sure he had a better offer than any of the other guys. He had more to offer as a person, in who he was, and also in the time that she spent with him. He made sure that when she went on a date with him, she had way more fun than anybody else, and that he paid more attention to her, and he was nicer to her, and just more awesome. Well, who do you think got the girl at the end of the day? He did. They have been happily married for years and have some awesome children. So, the secret to standing out from the crowd, getting a girl to notice you, which is what makes her think about you all the time, is to add more value than anybody else. Then, quite frankly, there is no competition. So is this making sense? He just made sure he had more to offer than anybody else, and that's what got the girl. And the tips I'm about to share with you are going to help you do just that. Sound exciting? Okay, let's get started. Tip number 1 on how to get a woman to think about you nonstop is to ask her out. Okay, guys? I've mentioned before, I get hundreds and thousands of comments. And so often there are guys saying, well, I don't know if she likes me. I don't know if she likes me. I don't know if she likes me. Dude, ask her out. Here's something you need to know about women. Women need to be pursued. I've mentioned this before. That increases the attraction. That makes her feel safe. Basically, what she needs from you is she needs to see some initiative from you. She needs you to pursue her and show interest. So stalking her on Facebook and texting her once a week, that's not going to do it. At some point, just ask her out. If you are seeing the signs that she is interested in you, ask her out. And you know what that's going to do? That is going to take the attraction level up dramatically. That is going to make her think about you all the time. If you want to stand out from the crowd, like we talked about earlier, one of the best things you can do is to make a move. There are so many guys who aren't making a move, so if you're one who does, you're going to stand out. And what that says to a woman is, oh, he likes me. He thinks I'm like pretty and he wants to spend time with me. That melts her heart and makes her more attracted to you. And yes, makes her think about you nonstop. If pursuing a woman makes you nervous, be sure to check out this video. There is a link in the description below. It will help you tons. But basically, dude, ask her out. That is going to make her think about you on repeat. And we are to our second tip on how to make a woman think about you all the time. And that is that you have a growth mindset. What's a growth mindset? A lot of people don't know what that means, right? Basically what that means is you believe that you can improve and you are willing to do that, rather than feeling stuck and trapped where you are and not improving. So many of us, we feel like whatever we're born with is just how we stay, right? So you have a certain appearance and certain skills and certain talents, and that's as good as it gets. That's what so many of us have been taught, and it's really not fair to us, and it's not right. The truth is, we're God's children. We can improve, we can grow, we can progress, and that is hot. There is nothing more boring or less interesting than someone who just stays where they are. And she's not looking for a partner who's like that. So it's very, very important to make sure you are becoming a more and more interesting person. This is insanely attractive. And to women, it's a deal breaker. She wants a guy who has purpose and drive and who is always working to improve himself. That right there is super, super hot. That is going to make sure you play on her mind on repeat. Quick question before we keep going. Are you enjoying my videos on how to get a girl to think about you? If you are and you would like me to make more, be sure to comment yes, and I will know to do that for you. Now, our next tip is to not be too eager. This can be hard to do, especially when you're like infatuated and they're really cute and you want to get to know her better. But being too eager pushes people away. Now, again, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you guys know I never teach you to play games, ever. Quite frankly, they do not work. Not if you are looking for a long-term relationship. So I would never teach you to play a game. However, being too eager comes across as very desperate, and it pushes her away. Nobody wants to feel like they were just good enough or just settled on, right? None of us want to feel like, oh my goodness, I'm so desperate to find someone, and I guess I'll just take you and make it work with you. Nobody wants to feel like that. We all want to feel special and important and treasured and valued. So if you come across as too eager, you're either one, going to make her feel super lame because she's like, wait, he's just settling on me. 2, she'll feel really awkward because she won't know what to do. Or 3, it'll just creep her out and it's over. So be careful that you don't send her millions of texts or nag or hover around her or try and dominate her time. Being too eager is going to push her away. Some of the things that are going to help you with this is the growth mindset, like we just talked about. A growth mindset is really about focusing more on you than desperately trying to get a relationship. You're so passionate about building who you are and becoming the person God wants you to be that you're not obsessed with finding someone else. That is a very, very healthy place to be. You're obviously looking, but you're not obsessed. So that's going to help you, but also building your confidence is going to be a huge, huge lifesaver. Honestly, guys, if I could only give you one tip, it would be to build your confidence and increase your confidence. When you do that, everything else falls into place. This is actually why I teach my clients about confidence so extensively, is because it is so insanely powerful. If you haven't yet seen this video I did a couple weeks ago on how to be confident, there's a link in the description below. Be sure to check that one out. So increasing your confidence is going to help you not be too eager. It's definitely something you want to avoid, and it's definitely going to help you play on her mind and repeat, because it's very attractive to have someone pursue her but not be too eager. Now, I do have a bonus tip for you real fast. Have you heard that older men are attractive? If you have heard that, it is actually true. Many women, if not most women, actually prefer men who are older. Now, that could be just a few years older than her, or for some women, it's actually more than that. But women are attracted to men who are older than them. Why is that? Well, women actually, we like to feel safe, we like to feel protected, we like someone who's very reliable. And women tend to mature earlier than men do. And so she's looking for someone she can count on. There are some very, very attractive traits about men who are older. So let yourself be mature. Look to men who are older than you and see their positive traits and start incorporating them and turning those into habits. Now, I know I have a lot of followers on here who are 50 and older, and you guys are awesome. I love you. Thank you for being here. And I know that sometimes you reach out to me with concerns that you think maybe that's a weakness. The truth is, there are things that maybe you're self-conscious about that are your like superpowers, and rock them. So there are so many good traits about older men. So use that and rock that. I'm actually thinking about doing a video on tips and dating tips for men over 50. If that is something you would like me to do in the very near future, be sure to comment over 50 and I will know to do that for you ASAP. And there you have some incredible tips, guys, that are backed by science. Is this making sense? Can you see how by offering more than the next guy, it makes her think about you all the time and crush on you, and ultimately helps you get her girlfriend? Is that making sense? Now, you have a couple of ways to do that, but I actually have an entire guide with 17 ways. Guys, these 17 things are what Christian women want most in a man, which only stands to reason that if you have those traits, you're gonna be super, super hot. Check out the link in the description below. It will ask you for your name and your email. As soon as you enter that information, I will send you this free guide right away. Trust me, you're not gonna wanna miss it, so check out that link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, my wonderful friend. Again, if you have not yet subscribed, be sure to do that now and ring the notification bell. I would also love it if you would give me a big thumbs up. I wanna hear from you in the comments. Would you like more videos on this? If you would, be sure to let me know. Also, be sure to share this with a friend. Sharing really is caring. And if we're not yet friends on social media, check out the links for that in the description below as well. Thank you so much again, my amazing friend, and have an amazing day. I have 3 proven ways that are proven. Okay. That was funny. Half of the show is just going to be me fixing my hair today because it's bugging me. Quick question for you before we keep going.